Hello, good evening. Welcome to the International Racing Series. It's round 10. It's Jeddah in Saudi Arabia, and Tier 1 is set up now for a fantastic finish to the season. This is the start of that final stretch this week, and such a tough track, Saudi Arabia. This could be a pivotal moment in the championship tonight. We know that the driver standings, it's so close at the top. Husky on 168, JTK on 139, Connor on 112, and everybody's got to really make a move if they can and push for that title. The constructors as well, nothing in it. We've got Ferrari 230 points, the Williams on 204, Aston's on 178. So the top three there also very close. It's going to be a good one tonight. Jeddah always action packed and also full of incident, maybe controversy as well. Two races after this, obviously next week we've got Singapore, and then the week after the usual championship deciding Abu Dhabi at the Yas Marina circuit. Tonight we are focused on Jeddah, and surely on this race, can't overlook this one, especially given the circuit, of course, the street circuit, very tight in a lot of places, very difficult to manoeuvre at high speeds. And for a street circuit, it's unusually easy to pick up penalties for track limits. So that might be something that we have to watch out for tonight. Looks like no Connor again this week. No Connor this week. So we've got Blue Gog. No, Jessica and Elmo in the Williams. Which, if they get good points tonight, that could be a straight shootout. The last two races between JTK and Husky. Was the JTK multiple-time champion, back to back, and Husky looking for his first championship. No favourites here in the commentary booth, of course. Well, I'm sure everybody else has got their favourites who they want to win the title this year. Well, I say this year, this season. I think if they have a good week, the Ferraris are going to put themselves in a really good position in the constructors. Waiting for Liam though. I think we can safely say that tonight there's going to be no rain. It's going to be dry conditions throughout qualifying and the race. If not, it's probably due to weather manipulation by the lobby host. That'd be Heller, the boss man. Very unlikely. I don't know if there's an actual percentage on it. Probably something like 0.00001 chance of rain. You see everybody readying up. We'll be starting qualifying very shortly. Nice to have everyone in. Hello to the viewers out there, whether you're watching live with us now or after the fact. Always good to have people coming and watching this fantastic series. We've got Sam in tonight as well again. That's he might be a cheeky pole sitter at the end of qualifying. Evening, Pink. Hope you're well. Hope you're ready for Jeddah. Tough one this tonight. Just waiting for DMB to load in. Here we go. So setups first, and then straight into getting your qualifying lap done. Oh, your favourite track? Okay, okay. So we're expecting a good time here from Pink. Really put pressure on himself there. He did say favourite, not best, though. So Aston Martin coming out straight away. It's Leg Schrader. Picked up some good points last week. Much needed points for the team and for his certain confidence. Tricky circuit this. You'll see once the flying laps get underway, obviously we're just waiting for everyone to start coming out of the pits and get round their first out lap. You'll see from the point of view of the driver, almost, the cameras, as you can see, it's mounted just behind the driver's head. It's a good indicator, and you'll see just how close to the wall these guys get, and at such quick speeds too. You really need to be on it. It's going to be Leg Schrader first round, about to come around the last corner. So down the start finish straight. IRS here. Turn one is a left-hander. It's the start of a chicane. Look for a lot of action in turn one off the start. And you've got to be careful because behind you there, just as coming out of turn two, during the race, that's where the pit exit is. Little adjustment there. Looks decent, quite smooth. Just slightly lift off through here. Yep, there you go. There you go. Too far, and you get a lap invalidation. Let's go on with Sam then. He's just come up to that same sector, I believe. And there you see, still in sector one. You could hear the engine there. Just a slight lift off. Otherwise, you can run too wide. Cost you your lap. So, long left-hander, well into sector two, very quick, or most of this sector. Not too close to the wall, it's his first run, doesn't want to DNF, take too big of a risk. So the DRS zone around here, looking really good, Sam here, using the whole track to his advantage on the corners, on the more open corners, getting a maximum out of his car. Around the last corner, start, finish straight. Evening, Seth, I hope you're well. Sam with a 1:27.2, a very good time to start us off. Let's stick with a dumpster, shall we? How you doing? How you doing, Seth? Anyway, you good? See, you're not racing tonight. Let's see what sort of. I think quite a slow lap from the dumpster. I think he's doing the old 2 out lap trick, which is fair. So far we've got quite a few times in actually. Look at that. We'll get on board with JTK. This is a potential first place lap, you would imagine. So we've got Sam with a 127.2, 127.3 for Husky, Elmo with a 128.7, 129.1 for Exotic Scar, Polish Hammer with a 129.4, followed by Hella with a 129.5. There's the Dodster's 132.5, which we suspect was a double outlap to burn off a lot of fuel. Hopefully, mate. Hopefully, yeah. Do you feel like you're on the mend, though? You know what I mean? Do you feel like you're getting better? You're feeling better? I think that's the main thing. Progress, isn't it? JTK with a 127.3, marginally slower than Husky. Interesting one. Pink is starting sector 2. Actually, he's about in the middle of sector 2. Put a lot of pressure on himself before the race in the chat, saying that it's his favourite circuit, so we're expecting a quick time. You see the Donster putting a 128.6, so just do a double out lap just to burn off extra fuel. Here we go, it's a 127.7, that's a very good, very solid. First fast lap of the day. Yeah, that makes, yeah, you have to have, like, hit certain parameters before they let you leave, that makes sense. But it's good that you're feeling, you know, feeling stronger, you're feeling better. That's always pleasing to hear. The DMB in the Red Bull, first fast lap of the evening. Lifted off there through the left, right, left. I bet you do. It's, yeah. You're probably going to be a bit rusty when you come back as well. I mean, next week's Singapore, that's a tough one to come back to, if that's the race you return to. This is a couple of seconds off the pace, as I can see. But just trying to get a solid starting lap in, which is what most people will do here at Jeddah, and then risk it, get closer to the wall, take extra risks, less caution in following runs. You see a 130.0. Let's get on with, we'll have to see further forward. Yeah, it's going to be Blue Goggy in the McLaren. One with tyres up, just getting ready for that first fast lap. Going right down, getting as much width there. You see, trying to make the straight as long as possible coming out of the last corner. Over the start finish line. Have to get the braking right. Into turn 1. It's nicely done. Using all of the track. Oh, that's not nicely done though. That is going to be his session over. That is the risk you take here at Jeddah. You get close to the wall and it can be all over for you. Here we go then. Leg Schrader, a lot better. That's where he invalidated in his first run. So managed to get through nicely there. I want to put a time in right now. And we'll have time for one more really good solid run. Sam and JTK both on outlap. Just a few not come out yet. His second run. I imagine we will see at least one safety car tonight. It's very rare you'll not see a safety car here at Jeddah. Let's see what Leg 3 is going to do then. So 128.6, which is a good first lap. 7th position. We've got Invade, who's unfortunately invalidated. So let's get on with Sam, who's towards the end of Sector 1. But provisionally on pole tonight, Sam. And he's faster through Sector 1. Nicely done. Looking really smooth. Always been fast, Sam. His steps is gaining from another level recently. He's putting it all together and he looks a real threat. I think you give him a full season where he doesn't miss a race and he's fully on it. He's a championship contender for sure. There we go then. Let's see what time he does put in. Did he have a good Sector 3? He had a fantastic Sector 3. That's a 127.1. Back down to JTK. Sector 1 you see marginally quicker. 200ths quicker through Sector 1. Optimising the line there. Trying not to turn at all. Just over a 10th quicker. He's putting in front of Husky, but he's going to need something in Sector 3 if he wants to challenge for pole position. See, did he have a good Sector 3? He had a fantastic Sector 3, a phenomenal Sector 3 with a 127.0. Provisional pole position then. I think Pink's going for the double outlap here. And very, very slowly. Trying to burn as much fuel off as possible. Donster on a fast lap. Still very early on. Now he's 3 seconds down, so he's on an in lap. Currently running 6th for Donster. It's a decent standing for him right now. Things could change. You see a lot of drivers very close. Not a lot to separate these guys. Make for a very interesting race, that's for sure. A very competitive race, which is what we want to see. Now Heller's going to come in, which is probably alright because he's got time for one more run. JTK, the only car out on track at the minute, I think. He's going to come in the pits, obviously, ready for the final run of the session. Everybody just locking in, getting ready. It's going to be hugely important for everyone to get this right, but there's going to be quite a bit of traffic. I would assume everyone's going to come out at roughly the same time. Who's going to pull the trigger first, and who's going to be the one to leave it as late as possible? JTK's normally good at that. He leaves it as late as he possibly can. He can get over the line with 3 or even less seconds to go. Gets maximum out of the track. Invade is on an out lap, so we can automatically switch me there. That was quite surprising. I wasn't expecting that. Invade currently doesn't have a time, so a lot of pressure on this lap. Or if you can you could look at it another way and say there's no pressure on the lap. If he invalidates or DNFs, he's still in the same position that he was. So so he can't go all out. We've got Sam back out, Elmo out, Heller's out as well, along with Exotic Scarf. All getting out really early, trying to avoid the traffic, which could become a problem for Invade. Hopefully not, but it could. I think here's the sector where he could possibly invalidate, but got through it. It's looking a bit better. Everybody's on their way out now. JTK's the only person left in the pits, of course, would be Blue Doggy, who we saw hit the wall on the inside and ended his session. JTK will be the last out. I tell you, he does like to time it, so he's the last one round. Teammate just getting out of his way there. Could have done a little toe if he wanted to. Maybe Polish Hammer's after a toe from Invade. Who knows? But this is going to be a valid time, and we'll see what sort of time it is. It's 127.9, which is very, very good under that sort of pressure. So up to 6th. On board now with Sam. Currently in sector 1, he's keeping that awkward left, right, left. Double chicane. Is he going to be up on his time? The answer is no. Just 100th down on his current time, so very even at the minute. Looking for that split time in sector 2. It's going to have to be a good one. No, it's okay actually. He's 600 up on his time, so he's got to find another few hundredths at least if he's looking at pole position. And the final corner then. Really close. Yes, he's done it. It's 126.9. So pressure on JTK. We'll keep an eye out for Husky's lap. He's very close to the end of his lap. Leg Schrader has finished his session there with a 128.4. What a time set by Sam there. First driver under 127. Husky with a 127.2. It's only going to be good enough for the second row of the grid at best. Invade has retired from session. Managed to put that really good lap in at the end under a high amount of pressure. JTK is 4 seconds down. So we go to pink wash night. Also, a couple of tenths down according to that. JTK's Qualifying's over. Going to be second on the grid at best. This could be it for qualifying. I don't know if Pink Wash is going to... No. Is he going to stay out and try? It's close. It's not good enough. He's second on the second row of the grid though. But yes, there we go. There's qualifying. It's going to be Sam in pole position. What a lap he's put in there. The only driver to go under a 1:27. That's very impressive. JGK is going to join him on the front row of the grid with Husky and they call him Hunky. I'll keep my personal feelings aside. No, with Husky and Pink Washed Eye on the second row. The Donster there, finishing 5th. A really good final lap there, I would imagine. All credit to Sam there, pulling out the pole position. There you go. We see the Donster and Jessek are going to be on the 3rd row of the grid, followed by Invade and Elmo. 9th, we've got Leg Schrader, followed by Exotic Scarf in 10th. Then Heller with a 1:28.6 in 11th, followed by Polish Hammer. And then on the final row of the grid, we're going to see DNB and Blue Goggy. And that is the qualifying session. Look at the gap there. Less than 0.02 of a second between the top two. Such fine margins, but that is what this is all about. It's about getting those fine margins, being able to beat your opponents. Massive advantage going into turn 1 in 1st place here. Yeah, still 2nd row of the grid though, so very much up there. Turn 1 might be a bit dodgy in as much like you either want to be on in 1st or last into turn 1 here. It's very much like Belgium or Monaco in that there's not really a long run to turn 1 and everybody's going to be packed in, so could see some damage and some incidents straight away. Jeddah's one of the tracks that maybe even before the race, as you pick your strategy, you're factoring in a safety car. That could be something that that needs to be thought about. We'll have to wait and see though. So here we go with the formation lap, and we will check the tyres. Blue Goggy's got onto softs, and literally everyone else on the grid onto medium tyres. So looking at a medium hard strategy. Mediums, as I always say, give you that flexibility to pit in a little bit earlier than maybe you would have wanted. If there's a safety car, not lap 1 but earlier in the race. Don't think soft tyre is the worst idea in the world either, especially if there's a really early safety car. You go medium and have you be at the back of the pack, but you still make your pit stop, but everyone else will have to stop too. But you'll have 2 sets of mediums rather than medium hard strategy to give you a distinct advantage. So it's one of those tracks maybe you factor in a safety car. Warming the tyres up on the formation lap. We'll see what everybody looks like in their grid box. You might see somebody pointing their car directly to the other side of the track just to cut people off behind them. A legitimate strategy off the start. So I'm backing the pack up. It's a very, very tight pack. Nobody's lagging behind, nobody's pulled away, which is good. That's what I want to see. Anybody going to overshoot it? Which means they'll get set back really far back in their box. It looks like nobody did. So there we go then, we're underway. On board with Husky. Good start from JTK. Oh, slight touch there between Sam and JTK. Oh, a big touch there from Husky on JTK, who's now moved down to 4th position. Aside from that, it's pretty clean. Oh, I say that, there's Elmo facing the wrong way. Wing damage, front left end plate is gone, so keep an eye out for that. Probably going to have to pit in. I'm just looking for JTK, who's down in 13th position as he picked up damage. Doesn't look like it, and you can never rule JTK out of a race wherever he is. Absolutely unintentional there from Husky. There's no room on the inside. It was probably not the correct move to make. Should have pulled out, but then how many places is he going to lose? You know, it's one of those in the moment kind of things. I imagine it'll be investigated by the stewards after the race. And so far, the front three has managed to pull away, and the Donster, who's up to 4th position, of course, with JTK falling down into 13th, is going to be susceptible to a pass. Because DRS is going to be enabled right now. You see already Pink looking, seeing if there's any gaps that he can exploit to move into 2nd position. Very awkward being in 3rd. Yeah, you've got DRS, but you've got to get past somebody in front of you that's also got DRS, which is, as we've seen on numerous occasions, is very, very difficult to do. So 3 seconds for exotic already for multiple track limit warnings. Did say quite easy to get penalties here at Jeddah. Especially, yeah, you say, oh, it's a street circuit, but you can see there are quite open areas in certain corners. Makes it difficult. I'm going to get on board with Pink here. We're coming up to an important section of the track. Husky's gone through into 1st position, which I'm not sure how advisable that is. You see Invades up to 4th as well. And that's the problem with Husky overtaking before the last corner. The DRS here on the start-finish straight has allowed Sam to retake 1st position. Let's get down to 13th position. A huge surprise for JTK. It's through on Heller, so up into 12th. Looking to get past PMB as quickly as possible because there's a big gap between these and the rest. Just not managed to get through there. That's nicely done from JTK. So up to 11th position. Technically 10th because Exotic has got 6 seconds worth of penalties already, but let's get down to the this battle here for 4th position between Invade, the Donster, Jessic, Leg Schrader, Blue Goggy, Polish Hammer and Exotic. This is a huge train of vehicles here. The Donster's looking to get through. You can see, does get through. Jesek is also looking to get through. Going round that side. Oh, that's a touch from Jesek on Invade. You saw that. The Sauber is in the wall. Hasn't DNF'd. He's going to have to come into the pits. That's a definite touch from Jesek on the Sauber of Invade there. Invade now 10 seconds for being in the pit lane. Compounds the problem even more. Has decided to retire from session in the pits. And we've got a safety car. A full safety car on lap 4 of 25, so probably a bit too early for a one-stop strategy. Good news for Blue Goggy actually. He was up in 6th position. Had a fantastic start from the back of the grid. To pit in now, as I say, he did get that medium strategy going. Still got a really good chance. Jesek has left the session as well. DNF there, must have took damage. And already 2 cars out. JTK is going to be delighted with this, I imagine. Going to be right up at the back of the pack once again in 9th position. Never ever roll JTK out of a race, that's for sure. There you go then. So the race leader is coming to the pits here. I'm pretty sure that those behind have as well, so let's see what they put on. Hard tyre till the end? Not sure. Not sure that A, it's going to last, and B, whether it's worth it. It'll be a safety car, another one. But he's pulled the trigger, and we'll see whether it pays off. This is JTK up to 8th position. Heller's gone on to the soft tyre, which I think, normally when a safety car comes out, you see another one anyway. But I think, especially here, I think that's not a bad idea. Blue Goggy then, in 5th position, by the way. Had a fantastic start, and he's on the same compound as everyone else, same age of tyre. So this could be one of the best drives you'll see if you can keep this up. Long way to go though, of course, and no room for error. Possibility the safety car does come in this lap if DMB and Elmo can get to the back of the pack. Might see it go for another lap though. We'll have to wait, only time will tell. The safety car definitely staying out for another lap. Got a little respite in action here. Hopefully no one gets too close and damages anyone else or gets any sort of penalties under the safety car. Nobody likes to see that. Also pretty much it's a very rookie mistake if you're doing that. You've got 10 car lengths to play with in terms of the gap between everyone, or between yourself and the car in front. It's going to be a long lap because of the safety car. Of course, you're going at it's actually it's deceptive because you've been watching Formula One cars. It looks quite slow because comparatively, in terms of performance, it is. However, that safety car is going at some speed. You know, that safety car's hitting like 100 mile an hour in some places. So as I say, it's deceptive. The guy driving the safety car he's not going round in first gear, you know. Safety car coming in, as you can see, the pack getting back right up. Let's see. Husky going to go early. Imagine he's gone already. Yeah, he's flying away. And has he caught Sam out? Not quite. Nobody really been caught out by the restart there. It was quite a standard restart position. Didn't leave it late. Didn't go too early. Just a safe one, just to keep himself in first position. Can we not have an onboard view for every driver? Thank you very much. Polish Hammer getting 3 seconds there for multiple track limit warnings. Oh, and he's pulled over there, Polish Hammer. He's back racing again. A bit of a tough line. He's probably done something that not a lot of drivers will do there, and he's thought about the drivers around him and been like, no, I'm not going to ruin anyone's race. Which, credit to him, absolute top tier move there. Yeah, you've got to give him credit where it's due. Not a lot of people will do that. They'll just, I'm rejoining the track, and if I cause a crash behind me, then I don't care. But no, he's been very polite there. And as I say, you've got to give him credit for that. The top 7 now, just pulling away out of DRS range. We're going to get DRS enabled as they cross the start-finish line here on this lap. So we'll see. There we go, at the top of the screen. Confirmation. Hella High's gone through on exotic there into turn 1. And a good restart up to 8th position. Very nice. Got to get within a second of JTK if possible, though. Easier said than done. The Donster gets 3 seconds for multiple track limit warnings. It's early enough in the race where it might not make the biggest difference at the end. There's Leg Schrader with 3 seconds. If that's late on, or if there's another safety car at some point, then it's going to be devastating. The top 3 again now. Look, it's Husky, Sam and Pink all managed to pull out quite a gap already. The Donster trying to get within a second, so he gets that DRS. It's massively important, because if not, he's going to be under attack from a number of cars behind him, including JTK, of course. That's getting wider though. He's not closing it. There we are. Start very straight. Is where you're probably going to see overtakes. JTK going through on Leg Schrader. up into fourth, but gets 3 seconds there. He just took too much out of the track. Look at this, 4 wide going into turn 1. JTK's had to move back down into 7th position. If you get an illegal overtake warning there, at 3 seconds, that is very costly. Because you're chasing these at the front now, you've got to get past and gap as well. That's going to be immensely difficult to do. Blue Goggy sitting there in 6th position with no penalties. It's looking pretty rosy for him at the minute. Taking the outside line as much as possible. Slower entry, faster exit. Just trying something to get close enough to make a pass on Husky. Respect the effort, respect the hustle. Donster, leg Schrader moving across there. He leg Schrader down to 6th position, possibly even 7th. DRS not his friend there. Right down into 7th position. That's a huge loss in terms of position. As you see, Husky managing to get back up into 1st position. JTK now into 4th. He's got a 3-second gap between himself and Pink in 3rd, so he's got to really push now. You see on the steering wheel, I'll try and get a different view. Not a load of ERS either to play with. I'd say about 35% there. Getting the gap down already though. I'm sure those at the front battling will help him out. They'll be a bit slower. Blue Goggy staying on the back. Everybody really staying on the back of JTK, and he's about to experience not having DRS while those behind you do. Could make things a little bit awkward. Has closed the gap though on the top 3. So it was about 3 seconds. It's down to 2.7, but he really has to get over a second gap between himself and Blue Goggy, and then he can fully focus on attacking. While the gap is not enough and the cars behind are going to get DRS, he's going to struggle. You see up there at the top, that was Sam going through into 1st position. JTK's putting the fastest lap of the race. And into turn 1. Pink Mustang in 3rd. You see, that's the awkward bit about being in 3rd. He's got the DRS, but because either Sam or Husky's got it too, he can't get past them, and he's too far back to make a pass on the car that doesn't have DRS. It's very, very difficult from that position. JTK closing the gap again. It did. The gap widened at the end of the lap. It went back up to about 3 seconds. We'll have to keep an eye out and see if that happens again. Pace very solid, very quick from these front 3. Pink's just dropped back a little bit, 8 tenths. Needs to stay within DRS range and keep himself close to the lead, and also to keep JTK as far behind as possible. That's 3 seconds for Blue Goggy. So all that chasing pack do have penalties right now. I think Heller's in a bit of trouble. In the Mercedes. You see no front wing, and a full safety car, even though nobody is DNF, is a weird one. So Pink Mustang stayed out here. I think the place to come in and get new mediums on, which is exactly what Husky's done. You see quite a few people have stayed out. I'm a little bit surprised that they're thinking about quite possibly taking the hard tyre the full length of the race. I think the players have switched to medium here. It'll be interesting to see how this goes. It's not the easiest track to defend on either. I'm aware it's a street circuit, and so the walls are quite tight. Well, they are very tight to the track, but there's so many overtaking opportunities, especially towards the end of the lap in sector 3, before and after the final corner. It's just, yeah, I'm not sure about this strategy of staying out. I think your top 3 right now, you're looking at Husky, Sam and JTK. Pink might have made a tactical error. He does have, though, to his advantage, he's got 4 cars behind him that have yet to change either. Sam's gone for an older set of mediums, which is interesting. Is he expecting another safety car? Got the possibility of one more. I think the maximum is 3. That could be a strategy that he's trying out there. I just think the play was fresh mediums, and then if there's another safety car, you take it from there. I think you can... There's a point where, because of the amount of laps that are left, I don't know if you can base your strategy just on anticipating if there's going to be a safety car or not. I think at the start of the race you can, and you saw, for example, for Blue Goggy, that worked out wonders. He was looking 5th place, and right now I'd say he's net P4. He's 9th on track, but I think that front 5 that haven't pitted in yet, I think it's going to be their downfall. I think it's important here at Jeddah, if you don't fully bin it into a wall, let's say, and you're still running, I think it's important just to keep going, because you never know what could happen, and while those around you are not finishing, you can pick up some cheeky points. It's a legitimate strategy to have here. And there we are then. I assume the safety car is going to come in at the end of this lap. Well, whether that assumption is correct or not, we'll find out very soon. Yep, race control says the safety car is coming in. So let's see how Pink Mustang decides to line these up. Is he going to go at the usual places to start just off the last corner? That's a big gap. There's a safety car going through, and there you can see where Pink Mustang is. He's been quite a decent pace here. Okay, that's actually a good restart, the way he's gone about that. Kept quite a high pace, and then fully went. Big battle here between Lead Trader, Exotic. Oh, Polish Hammer dropping down, Exotic as well. So we don't see. Oh, yeah, there's Exotic off the track. Oh, and there's a massive bump there from Polish Hammer, complaining about dirtiness the other week. He has got wing damage, and he's going to be struggling to get around any sort of corner. What we're seeing here then, we're seeing Blue Goggy and Sam going for it. Blue Goggy on the fresh mediums, remember, much better traction. Yeah, I know them other mediums are only 4 laps, well 5 after the safety car old, but it's a massive difference. Got to stay within a second of JTK though. That's the aim for Blue Goggy right now, because when DRS is enabled, whoa! I think that's Leg Trader in the wall. Let's have a look. Yeah. I saw a car go just straight on, and it was Leg Trader, and that brings out a VSC. That's just a virtual, and you're just limited to the speed you can go. Gosh, Tyres had a phenomenal start, by the way, and he's using that buffer of cars. He used it very well to pull away. I've got Husky now up to third, JTK into fourth. Green flags, racing conditions, DRS enabled once again. Got all the work to do once again here. Looking to use the Donsters as a buffer to pull out more than a second gap. It's going to be very difficult to defend against these medium tyres and those relatively worn hard tyres that he's got. Blue Goggy not able to get within a second yet. No DRS for you. He's very close. He's very close. You see just a tenth back, but a tenth, that's enough for him not to get DRS. The Donster, Husky and JTK all looking now. Husky goes through into second position. JTK through into third. That's the difference in the tyre there. The Donster was one of those 5 that stayed out on the hard tyre. That has enabled Blue Goggy to close the gap though. He might get DRS. No, he hasn't. And that's allowed Sam to make a move up into 5th position. Disaster there for Blue Goggy. 3 seconds for Exotic Scar. One for JTK up to second. Whoa! That's Pink Washed Eye in the wall. Let's see. Yep, they're on the right hand side. And that's another VSC. That is a nasty crash, that one. Out of the session. Was doing really well. Lost the lead there at the end of sector 3 on the lap previous. Yeah, we saw what the strategy was. Unfortunate there. It was really quick all the way through, and that's very unlucky, I have to say. You've really been done over a little bit there. Not a full safety car either, which is interesting choice from the stewards. Racing conditions again. So I'm trying to get through on the Donster. Obviously the tyres that Sam and Blue Goggy have got are going to be a lot better, but the Donster trying to use that DRS to stay in front. Sam's going to have a look and go down the inside into turn 1. Has made the pass up into 3rd position. You see Blue Goggy trying to get through as well, unable to do so. Knows he's got to get past as soon as possible. Use those tyres to his advantage and stick on the back of Sam for any chance he's got of winning this race. Massive gap now between the top 5 and the rest. Almost 4 seconds back from this chasing pack. Oh, Blue Goggy there. Oh, we saw that. He ran off the track. And that's another 3 seconds. So a 6-second total in penalties. Got to try and just reset his focus and concentrate on finishing as high as possible. Oh, that's something going on there. I thought Blue Goggy had maybe put it into the wall, but managed to get through. But let's get back up into the battle for first position, which is now contested by Husky, who's just took first. JTK and Sam. Very unfortunate for Pink there. Had a really good shot of winning this race. Through goes JTK. Sam putting in the fastest lap of the race as well. He's really on it. He didn't have the greatest of starts to the race either. And he's had to battle back, and he has done. He's kept his focus, and he's right on this. Let's go further back. You can see this is the battle for final points position between Leg Schrader and Heller. Leg Schrader with penalties, which aren't going to help him. These guys have took an extra pit stop, so that's why they're behind. But Heller's got a really good chance of passing, getting into the points here. We want to show you as much action from all around the grid. No, he's not made the pass yet. And we've got a full safety car. Exotic is out. Exotic is out of the race. Lap 18 of 25. Now, are you putting the softs on? What we're saying? I think for like the Leg Schrader and Heller, just finish the race, pick up your points. Very nicely done. Thank you very much. And get out of there. No risks now. You know you've got points in the bag. But what are these guys at the front going to do? This is not going to help JTK either. He's going to have to gap 3 seconds as well. Husky's staying out. Okay. Blue Goggy's staying out, I believe. Right, JTK, fresh medium tyres. A lot of people staying out. This is either a huge brain play from both JTK and Sam as well. By the way, Sam pitted in. I don't know what he's put on. We can have a look. Sam's put fresh softs on. JTK's put used mediums, 4 lap old, so still fresher than the ones in front, but those softs. Sam's going to try and slingshot himself right up into the top position here. Will they be able to perform for the full length of the race that we've got left? Will be the question on the tyres. But yeah, softs, fresh softs is a call from Polish Hammer and DMB as well. I kind of feel like that's not a bad play if you're going to put in for fresh tyres. Yeah, Leg Schrader and Heller are both pitting in as well, and they're going to go on the softest compound available, which, as I say, I think that's the right call. You see the Donster's gone on fresh mediums. He might not have any soft left, or he might just not be confident enough that the softs are going to perform for the rest of the race. But for me, I think, yeah, fresh softs probably going to give you your best chance of winning this race. So Husky's got, obviously, he's got the 3-second difference between himself and JTK in terms of penalties. And he's got 2 cars that can buffer between himself and JTK off the restart. This is such an important restart. We're going to get 1 more lap of safety car at least. And it's not just an important safety car in terms of this race, but in terms of the championship, this is massive now. This could be like, this is different level. If Husky gets the race win here, I mean, he's really putting it on JTK in terms of the championship. He's going to have a really solid lead, not insurmountable, not by a long way, but a solid lead going into the last two races. We've seen what JTK is capable of, though. There's a reason why he's a multiple-time champion. There's no way you could count him out of any sort of championship until it's mathematically impossible. He is that good. We'll see. We'll see what the rest of this race holds for him. Surely we've got the safety car coming in this lap. Let's see. I don't think it'll stay out another lap. It just seems a bit late on for safety car to stay out. Yeah, it's coming in. So let's see if those soft tyres are able to handle it. There you go. Husky has gone. He's kind of caught Elmo out here. That's good news for Husky because Sam's pressuring JTK. Really good start from Husky and Blue Goggy, who's not been caught out. Caution in sector 1 again. I think that's Leg Schrader this time. So keep going. Guaranteed himself a point no matter what. On lap 21 or 25. Less than 5 laps to go. Leg Schrader with a 3 second for corner cutting. Naughty. But I mean, if you're at the back, you take that. He's probably got to pit in if he's got, got some sort of damage. So you've got JTK here we see side by side with Sam, and I'll tell you what, the Donster, you can see just in front, there's Elmo there actually. Oh, what? Oh, that looked a bit naughty, that did, from Sam. It looked like he pit manoeuvred Elmo into the wall. Yeah, that could be some penalties coming up for Sam. That was, yeah, that looked very, very naughty to me. That's not what we want to see. You know what? I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. We only get to see it live, one view, split-second reaction and whatnot. But I don't know. It did look a bit naughty to me, anyway. So Blue Goggy goes up into first position. The buffer for Husky has gone now. He's not managed to gap those behind. Sam does have those soft tyres. He'll still be performing at peak condition right now, you would think. So that could be an important factor in Sam getting up into first position. I think he's probably going to get a post-race penalty for his what should we say, his antics there. At least that's what I think. So Leg Schrader is retired from the session. Couldn't make it until the end there. Front 5, the Donsters right on the back of these now. Make a cheeky move. You can see that these 5 are just all together. There's nothing between them, and this is very important for the championship. As you can see, Husky managing to get through. Sam's going to try and make a pass. Oh, and again. Oh no. I think Sam might be a little bit guilty of some over-aggressive driving right now. Blue Goggy somehow is still in 5th position. I'm not one to throw accusations around willy-nilly. I don't know. It just seems a bit, overly aggressive right now, Sam. Don't want the championship to be decided on somebody pinning somebody else into a wall. That's not what anyone wants to see. Can't believe Blue Goggy's managed to stay in 5th position. I was almost certain there that he was going to DNF. It was going to cost him the race, but it hasn't. The fact that he's even still in this is very, very impressive. There we go then. We're on lap 23. We've got 2 laps to go after this one. The softs will be starting to struggle a little bit. Check the tyre age once again. You can see 11 lap old mediums officially. Hella going up into 6th position right now. Maybe the story of this race. Sam's trying to have a look. So is JTK. Not close enough though. I really don't want Sam to have any sort of contact with either JTK or Husky. You don't want to see a championship changed because of a third party. Wouldn't be right, really. It'd be very, very disappointing. Might be why JTK is just hanging back a little bit here. He's got that 3-second penalty, so risking it might not be the play for him. So just stay out and try and pick up his 3rd position. Cat meowing at something. So Donster up into 3rd now. All penalties equal, so good position to be. He's looking to try and get through on Sam here. He's not messing around. The Donster. We've seen him get some fantastic wins over the seasons, and we know how quick he is. It'll be a really good podium for him. Massive confidence boost as well. Let's see then, as we are on the last lap of the race. It's all come down to this. I think it might even come down to the last straight. If you can make the pass before the final corner, I think that would be the ideal strategy. I don't think you want to leave it right until the end. I think there's inherently more risk in doing that. There we go then. To the first of the 3 DRS sectors. This one's more of a set yourself up sector. Nothing stupid, please, nothing stupid. Sam has gone through into 1st. I'm like 95% certain that he's going to get a penalty at the end of this race. But he's going to cross the line in 1st position, so it looks like. Or is he? Yeah, just about. Husky in 2nd, the Donster in 3rd, JTK 4th. Look how close they were going across the line. There goes Polish Hammer for a 5th position. Really nice. Blue Goggy, nice. DMB gets up to 5th actually because of the penalties in front. So Polish Hammer 6th, Blue Goggy 7th. Here comes Heller in 8th position. Some nice points there for him. Good showing from the Mercedes, by the way. And here comes Elmo, who's very unlucky. Looks like he got pushed into the wall by Sam, although we'll find that out after the race. But there we go. We knew it was going to be action-packed. We knew it was going to be controversial, and it's certainly both of those things. And we have a really good showing for Husky, who himself might pick up a time penalty because he had that incident on lap 1, on turn 1 even, with JTK. So a lot could happen after this race. I imagine it's going to be quite controversial. Some of the calls too. We won't get to know this until a couple of days when everything's been properly looked over. But Sammy's going to take the top step from Husky. And what a third position from the Donster. Great stuff. It's good to see him back on the podium. He's probably felt like it's been an age since he's been able to compete like that for a race. Sam with the fastest lap, of course. Low fuel load on those soft tyres. Blitzing the fastest lap, to be fair. Half a second quicker than anyone else out there. And yeah, that's race over then. 2 races to go. We've got Singapore next week, and the week after we have Abu Dhabi to finish the season. It's still wide open, the championship, and I think the constructors too. Both those championships are going right down to the wire. That's what we want to see. That's it for tonight, though. I'm afraid we've got no more. We've got no more racing for you this evening. However, on Sunday we've got the Tier 2 Weekend League, and same time next week. Obviously, we've got the Singapore Grand Prix, 11th and penultimate race of the season. Just like to thank everyone for watching, whether you're watching live or after the fact. It's very much appreciated. Huge thanks, as always, to Hella for allowing me to commentate on the league. It's an honour to do so, and it's an absolute pleasure. I hope everyone has a really good week, and we shall see you same time next week for the Singapore Grand Prix.